Today, I'm going to tell you exactly why Circle of Fortune has changed the face of gaming and loot in games forever. Now, if you've been keeping up, or if your friends have been playing, or if you've seen ads, or if you thought about trying last Epoch's latest 1.0 update, well, it comes with a couple of really cool features. One of those being Circle of Fortune. Now, Circle of Fortune is a sister feature to the Merchants Guild, but we'll talk about the Merchants later. Now, today I want to talk about Circle of Fortune, give you the ins and outs and everything you need to know about it, and set you up to, well, pretty much have your loot experience completely decimated out of the water like mine has been. Now, when I say that, I mean, I have never, the truth of the matter is Circle of Fortune is probably one of the best things that's ever happened in games. It's insane. It's wonderful. It's out of this world. It is dopamine after dopamine after dopamine. It provides you with a sense of joy, feeling, emotion. It's everything I want in a game, and it gives it to me, and it lets me play the game the way I want to and really thrive and explode and just have an absolutely fantastic time. But emotions aside, let's jump right into it. Circle of Fortune is one of two factions in last Epoch's 1.0 update. Now, the two factions I had mentioned, Circle of Fortune and the Merchants Guild, you get to choose as you get to Act 9 which one of these factions that you would like to take. You get to Act 9 Town, you talk to the merchant, or you talk to the vendor, the NPC, they put you on the quest, and you are off to the races. And as you can see, I picked Circle of Fortune, and I've been leveling Circle of Fortune. Now, this mode I'm going to just focus on right now is out of control, essentially for the player that wants to play the game and see tons of loot and explosions of loot and an overmassing amount of loot and just hit dopamine after dopamine after dopamine. This is for you. Now, the simplest way to break this down and explain it to you, the outright basic level of what it is it is just loot on loot on loot and targeted loot on loot. You know, I play a lot of ARPGs, Diablo 2, I've played Diablo 3, Diablo 4, Path of Exile. Path of Exile holds a really strong, warm place in my heart right next to D2. But after playing this and with this, I don't know how I can play without it. I have been playing this for about 3 days and I have been spoiled out of my mind. I know it's not a lot of time, but I really needed to get this information out and really kind of explain what it is and why you should be clicking it. Now, essentially, Circle of Fortune being a guild, it has a favor system and a ranking up system and a prophecy system. Essentially, every time that you kill a mob, you'll generate favor, and favor is what's used to rank up your rank. Circle of Fortune has 10 ranks, each of them increasing the rewards that you get and making pretty much your experience more enjoyable and better and better. Now, if you're like me and you work, or you have a kid, or you don't have a lot of time to play, or you just want to like hop into a couple of echoes or maps or whatever kind of dungeon you want to do, Circle of Fortune pretty much just takes care of everything and just make sure that you feel that rush of excitement of loot. Now, as you play and after you pick it in Act 9, it is account wide. It is available to your characters. Even your level 1 characters will have access to all of these features. And every time that you make a character, you can continue to do this, or, you know, you can opt out of it. Now, as you play through Circle of Fortune, you kill a bunch of mobs and you gain a bunch of favor, you'll start to rank up. Rank 1 is really noticeable right away. Your enemies have a 35% chance of dropping twice as many items. I didn't really think 35% was going to be impactful, but when you're killing hundreds of mobs over the course of an hour, or thousands of mobs over an hour, or just a ton of mobs in one single echo, you start to really notice just the amount of loot that starts piling up, and piling up and piling up and piling up. And that's like 35% chance for twice as many items. You know, if you drop 5 items and it procs, it's 10, it's a lot of items. It's a lot of items. Rank 2 gives you the 45% chance for Rune of Ascendant to be preserved. You know, the item has to have at least Circle of Fortune rank 1. Essentially what that means is if you talk to the vendor here and you just, you know, you click on the vendor and you click the actual option to get to loot, the vendor will sell you loot and gear. And if you buy a piece of loot, your loot, for example, this rare item that we got, will have a rank. You can see the rank right on the bottom. Right next to the gold says it requires level 52. It has the little icon. It says rank 5. Essentially, as items fall while you have Circle of Fortune on, they will acquire this little rank symbol. And as long as it has that rank symbol, we can use a Rune of Ascending which is this rune right here, and it allows you to take a base item and turn it into a unique. Now the upgrade to rank 2 means that when I click this button to craft this item and turn it into a unique, there is a chance that the Rune of Ascendant is not used. And as you can see, we actually got a really nice pair of boots there. And we go into here and we check. Oh, visual bug. Looks like we actually maintained our 2, so we can come back to the vendor. We could talk to her again. We can grab another pair of boots. And essentially we get to do it again. And we come in, we put the rune in, and we have our 2 runes. What did I just do? Did it break? What did I do? I don't know what happened. Anyways, we click, we upgrade, we use the rune that time, and we are good to go. I guess it wasn't a visual bug. I guess it actually, no, it did, it used it. I love this game. I am leaving this in. I'm not editing this out. So you're watching this? Yes, this happened. This all happened. You can't make this up. This is awesome. Do I have another one? Do I actually have another one? Oh, no, I do. Or do I not? Or do I? Guess I have another one. I had another one. I have another one. Oh, that's rank 2. Oh, that's awesome. That's rank 2 in a nutshell. Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad that happened the way that happened to explain it. Rank 3 says whenever an idol drops, there's a 25% chance for 2 more to drop at the same time. 1 turns into 3. It's so dumb. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, rank 4 says affixes are 50% to be more likely to be exalted. Well, if you don't know what an affix is, when you look at your items, an affix is the information that is your prefix and suffix. The prefix and suffixes start at rank 1. They go to rank 5, which is the highest craftable. You can see that on my armor. I have a bunch of different things. My dexterity is rank 6. My explosive trap is rank 3. My suffixes, my cold resist is tier 5. Essentially, rank 3. Is it rank 3? Right? It's rank 4. Rank 4. My God, it's so much. Rank 4 essentially says that affixes are 50% more likely to be exalted. So pretty much what that means is while you start farming and you start doing things, well, I hope you have a lot of stash space, because you just get tons and tons and tons and tons of exalted items. Like a lot, like a whole lot, like a lot. Rank 5 says 35% chance for your monolith echoes to be doubled, or the rewards to be doubled. So if I go into a monolith and I run an echo, which we'll do in a minute, it has a 35% chance for that reward to be doubled. So if you're, target farming boots or target farming bows or target farming whatever you're looking for, when you finish that echo, the reward has a 35% chance to be doubled, even when farming experience. So if you're choosing to race your friend, you just go for the experience books while you have Circle of Fortune. You have a 35% chance to double all of your experience. So listen, I'm just telling you right now, if you're trying to race a homie, you just take the experience and get it to double. On rank 6, uniques are more likely to have legendary potential. Legendary potential is a crafting potential. I had mentioned that the boots didn't have legendary potential on them, and they were pretty good, but you can see here that my Titan Heart has legendary potential. And essentially what this means is with 1 LP, I could take my armor and slam one of my stats into that armor. And if that confuses you or you're really not too sure how that works, leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'll make a whole video about how slamming and legendary potential and all this works, and I'll get that information out to you guys relatively quickly. But legendary potential essentially is really important and really impactful, because a lot of your gear, you're going to want to have legendary potential. Like my helmet, for example, was LP1 or legendary potential 1 when it fell, and it had the opportunity to scale up to 2. I was able to add stats to my helmet. I was able to add stats to my boots. I am now going to go farm a bow with legendary potential to slam a bow into my bow. LP on your uniques or legendary potential is really, really, really important. And before Circle of Fortune was really hard to get on a lot of the rarest items. But now with the new ranking system, you have an actual realistic opportunity to get some of these really rare items and have them have legendary potential. Rank 7 is one of my favorites. Tier 7 affixes are twice as common. Tier 6 affixes on your items are really powerful and really important. And you can't craft tier 6. Tier 6 is really good. It's a real big jump up from 5. And to know that I can get to 7, and that's an even bigger jump up than 6 is crazy. No, I didn't think I'd see a lot of tier 7s with this. I didn't think at all it would be really impactful. I was pretty much convinced that it was just kind of like a whatever kind of thing. But after playing with it and seeing it and experiencing it, it is a lot. And I mean an absolutely ton of loot, especially as you're like doing echoes and you're getting your corruption higher and higher. You start to really see more and more loot. Now, if you want to see this firsthand, jump to the end of this video. You'll see I'll be running an echo or two, and I'll be able to showcase that to you guys firsthand. Rank 8 says that items that would drop as rare have a 25% chance to be exalted. So when an item rolls on the table and it clicks the rare roll, it then rolls another die. And if it's 25%er, it goes to exalted. I have talked to friends that have this and they say this is absolutely out of control, busted, and I actually can't wait to get this. I don't know about rank 9. You guys have told me, and I'm looking to you guys right now to hopefully shed some light. I've been told that sets are okay and sets are supposed to be better. I think sets are really cool. I don't really have an opinion because I haven't played with sets enough to talk about it, but the idea that a set can drop as a whole set, that's actually really enticing, like a lot. I've, as an old time player of games like Diablo 2, thinking about like farming the Tal Rasha's armor and just getting the mask for the 400th time, or finding a set amulet and praying it was the Tal's amulet, and it never was. But now knowing that if I drop a piece of Tal Rasha's, then I could just accidentally YOLO get the amulet and the armor and the belt and the offhand and the weapon. Please make sets good. Please, I want that feel, that amulet feeling, that Tal Rasha's amulet. I want that again. That feeling. If any of the devs watch this, please, I know you know that I know that you know that I know about the amulet. Make it happen, please. But yes, rank 9. I'm gonna go back to watch this video and I'm just gonna be like, what is wrong with me? The idea that a whole set can drop is crazy, and absolutely crazy. Rank 10 is my favorite. I can't wait to get to rank 10. Rank 10 says items from prophecy are just duplicated. Duplicated. That's double loot. That's double loot. Double loot. Double loot. Double loot. Now, prophecies are really confusing. Or if you don't really know what the heck is going on, or you haven't played with prophecies, prophecies are actually pretty confusing. There's an entire prophecy tab that you can actually fill up. Essentially, when you come to the observatory, inside the observatory, there are telescopes, and those telescopes will point at constellations. You have north, south, east, and west, your 4 cardinal directions. Your north telescope will give you all of your armors. Your east telescope will give you all of your weapons. Your south telescope will give you all of your jewelries and relics. And your west telescope will allow you to farm idols and runes. Now, essentially what this means is while I kill mobs and I farm favor and my favor goes up, I will essentially be able to spend the favor at these telescopes. I can always show my rewards. I can disable confirmation windows, and I'm going to show you the confirmation window. I can look for very specific things in target farm with prophecies. Now, if I re-roll, I'm not looking for anything here. I can get this little thing. Are you sure you want to re-roll? I hit yes. I'm going to turn this off now. Now, me personally, I am currently looking for exalted bows. I am very much so in need of exalted bows. And if I need an exalted bow, I can see right here that I can go and farm 3 exalted bows. And essentially this says to me that the death of God Hunter, I could fight God Hunter Argentus in the Stolen Lands timeline for 120 corruption. I will get 3 exalted bows. Now, I'm not planning on farming the Stolen Lands timeline, so I'm going to re-roll this. And then once again, I'm looking for shields. This is go kill the unique boss, get 5 shields. This one's go the death of rare enemies, get a bunch of exalted scepters, and you can actually target farm these really high ticket items. Now, you're going to say to me, well, why would I want to do this? Well, if you're looking for something very specific, say exalted bows to slam into your bow, this is something really good to do. Now, this one says get 2 unique bows, to do this. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for the prophecy so that I can go do it for you guys. Now, I really want exalted bows because I want to slam bows into what I'm doing. Can we just how about good rings? Here you go. Shade. No, not this one. No, we need unique rings and unique amulets. I want to get a good one so that I can show you how to do it. I want like an easy one. what I can do. Death of Immortal Eyes. Okay, so we're gonna take that one. That one sounds really easy to do. Death of an Exiled Mage. Okay, this will be really easy to do. And then let's see, what else do we have? Complete the dungeon, get 7 rings. Just do the dungeon, bro. Bro, I need unique rings. We're going to Lightless Arbor later. And this is it. You just spend your favor. You look all around for stuff that you need. So like, I need bows, I need amulets, I need jewelry, and you can just essentially just target farm what you're looking for. Now, I should really 1000% be looking for one in a bow, because I need an exalted bow. So I'm really hoping this gives me an exalted bow. And you can do this for all. Oh, there was a quiver. I just rolled over a quiver. I needed the quiver. I was thinking about the bow. No, this one's easy. Death of rare enemies. Get a bunch of bows. I forgot I needed quivers. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. And you can just look for whatever it is that you want, and you just kind of roll your way through the constellations. Now, this is actually insane in the fact that this will just double. With rank 10 of the favor system, this will just double. It'll double. So if I did this one and I got 4 unique bows, I would get 8. This one's really easy. Death of Siege Golems, 4 bows. Can't beat that. That's easy. We're gonna click this. We got it. New prophecy acquired. Now, what's really cool about prophecies that I didn't realize that a bunch of my friends have been telling me about is, with prophecies, I can get as many as I can afford and fill up the prophecy tab. So if you're doing very specifically, say, quivers, you can just keep re-rolling for quivers and quivers and quivers, or bows and bows and bows, and essentially just stack up what you're looking for and fill up this whole tab. So you see, like, I get bows from Exalted Mages, I get, you know, bows from Monoliths, I get quivers here from Arena, I get quivers here from the Age of Winter. I'm gonna go do this actually. And you can actually just stack up a bunch of really cool things to do. Now, I have Lightless Arbor here, I have the Age of Winter here. So this one, when I do the Age of Winter here, I'll get 4 unique armors, and then I have another one for the Age of Winter. I just saw it, I just lost it. Here it is, the Age of Winter. I'll get unique boots over here, and I can stack all of these up and just go kill and clear the Age of Winter, and I can get like 400 pieces of loot. Now, something that's really cool that I didn't mention about the telescopes. I'm gonna hide my face for this one for 1 second to show you. Telescopes on the bottom left-hand side have lenses. These lenses allow you to pick and choose what you want to do. For example, I am reducing the number of prophecies that'll show up in campaign events, and I'm reducing the number of prophecies that'll show up in arena events. Now, if I come to the vendor over here that we talked to earlier and I talk to her, she sells me lenses that let me do different things. For example, I should get a lens that allow me to find bows. So if I just search and I do type the word bow, I can get a lens here for favor that'll increase the chance per rank to find bows. And then if I wanted, say, quivers, I can do another one for quivers. Now, in the greater lenses here, you see that you have a 15% chance to increase the rank to find exalted items, 100% chance for arena, for monoliths, for dungeons, and there's all kinds of different things that you can set up your lenses for. Now, the lenses are unlocked while you earn favor with the Circle of Fortune, and as you level up, you see level 9, rank 9 gives you the last lens slot. I believe it's 1, 4, and 9, 1, 5, and 9, something like that, unlocks all of the lens slots. Now, favor, like I had mentioned, is the big way to unlock all of the levels with Circle of Fortune, and favor is actually accumulated in one very specific way, and that way is running monoliths and killing mobs. When you run monoliths and you kill mobs, you'll get favor per kill, and as you see, you need a lot of reputation to rank up. Now, if you go back to the beginning of this video and you watch it again, you'll see what my rank 8 status was, and then you'll notice that I spent a ton of favor. Now, favor does not go 1-to-1 into a rank. The more favor that you spend, the more reputation that you get, and I think it's like 2-to-1 or 3-to-1, something like that. So if you get and farm 20 or 30,000 favor and then you go spend it, you'll have extra to go towards ranking up. Now, 163,000 sounds like a whole lot, but in the reality of things, it's actually pretty quick. Now, you saw right away that I needed to go to the Age of Winter. I'll come on over to the Age of Winter. I'll go over there. I'll go run a map or a monolith or an echo, and I'll just go start target farming. Now, target farming is a whole big topic for another video. And if you really want to know more about specific target farming or how to really set it up, or things that you can target farm, or if you have questions about types of target farming, by the way, leave a comment down below. Let me know, and I'll try to essentially kind of give you guys a rundown of target farming. Like this for me, for example, I'm going to use the Age of Winter to go farm bows, quivers, amulets, and necklaces, amulets and rings. So you can essentially just like figure out what your character needs and then tie it with Circle of Fortune with prophecies and really just kind of get loot on loot on loot on loot. Now, Circle of Fortune, I had mentioned, is a ton of loot, and you're really going to be spending a lot of time target farming, and that's going to lead to some really interesting things with the loot filter. I'm currently using a loot filter that my buddy Merc set up. Big shout outs to him. He grabbed the filter and he adjusted it for us and what we're doing. And for as far as loot filter goes, I really suggest that you guys pretty much tailor your loot filter to what you're looking for. Now, me personally, the loot filters that I've used them, and I've had to constantly readjust them and make them stricter and stricter and stricter and stricter, because Circle of Fortune will just give you so much loot. I mentioned that it has ruined everything. It has absolutely ruined everything. If you're looking for filters, or you need filters, or you want to come share a really good filter, the Discord, the link is in the description of this video, actually has an entire channel dedicated to filters. We just created that today. We're starting to populate it. So if you're playing Cold Blast and you're looking for a really nice strict filter, we have that for you. Or if you got really cool items you want to come show off your really cool items. Or if you need some help with your build, come on by and we'll kind of give you guys some help with your build. The channel is actually really active. You can see there's a ton of people hanging out, making friends, talking about what they're doing. And I encourage you guys, if you're playing Last Epoch or you have questions about Circle of Fortune or other things, please by all means come stop by. I will say this, I'm very grateful for this, and I don't know how the heck I'm going to go to other games without Circle of Fortune. And to the devs, if you guys watch this, you guys have made a great product and a great game, and I'm very appreciative of this. And I hope that this video helps you, the player, get a little bit of understanding of what's going on, how this works, and why you should be clicking it, and why you should be ruining your gaming experience forever. Because I know when I go into this Echo now and I load in and I go to clear this and I get a ton of loot, it's gonna feel awesome. Now you're gonna see me do this Echo and I'm gonna clear through it really quick, and you're gonna see that I'm gonna get loot, or maybe no loot at all. I haven't really decided yet, but keep something in mind. One of the coolest things about this game is as you clear through the content and do things, you're gonna get corruption. Things are gonna be dropping more loot. You're gonna have more quantity and rarity and experience and all kinds of stuff. And you can see right there, this is all the loot that I have hidden. Like, I killed one mage and he dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of loot. All things that I have hidden. Let's see if we can actually get a nice explosion in here of loot. Now, I really want to showcase to you guys what Circle of Fortune looks like, how it works, what's going on inside of an Echo. Now, this Echo, or this monolith, is corruption level 100. I have yet to start farming here. I'm pretty much just setting myself up in this zone. I spent a lot of time in another timeline target farming boots, and that's pretty much where I've managed to get a lot of my loot. Now you'll see in this Echo right here, essentially all of the mobs are really easy. We haven't really seen a ton of loot. A ton of loot is actually hidden. You can see right here, we have a ton of loot hidden. And you know, you have a fair amount of loot, and loot hasn't really started to take off yet. Let's see, is this the boss that we need? Let's kill this guy really quick and see if we get a lot of loot here. There you go. See, you have a ton of loot, all stuff that I have hidden, all stuff that I don't want. And if I were to get the next rank of Circle of Fortune, all of these rares here have a 25% chance of upgrading into, you know, exalted items. Now we're going to open our portal. We're going to get out of here. We're going to see, does this proc? Oh my oh, that proc, that's beautiful. That's wonderful. And you know, we made our way through this. Now this timeline is only corruption 100. There's not a whole lot going on here. You shouldn't expect a whole ton as soon as you get into empowereds, because you really haven't started farming them and getting into them. But if you come to a timeline like this one where I have 300 corruption, then now this one's going to be a little bit more difficult. We'll run through this one and we'll see if there's an actual noticeable difference in loot. I know I'm going to say there's a notable difference. I know I'm going to do this video and there's not going to be a noticeable difference, and people are going to tell me that I'm out of my mind and crazy and that I'm just, you know, delusional. But you know what? You know, I'll take, you know, I promise it's loot. There's loot everywhere. There's loot. Side note, this build that I'm playing, out of this world, fantastic. I love everything about this build. I have a re-rolling problem, so like if you guys are playing something really cool, by all means, I need you guys to tell me and share it with me, or tell me what other cool builds I need to be looking up, because with Circle of Fortune, I had so much loot. Like so much loot. I have so many cool things and items, and I don't know where to begin for my next reroll. So like if you guys have something cool to suggest, like please, by all, man, dude, if we have the next rank, these all have 25% chance to upgrade. That's crazy. So yeah, please, if you guys have some cool build I should be looking at, I would love to know about it, because I like this game. I like this game a lot, and I want to play more of it, and I want to see more of it, and I want to do more of it. And yes, I'm really hoping for a nice loot explosion so that I'm not completely crazy while making this video and explaining things, but I might just be completely crazy while explaining this video, and you know, we might, maybe nothing comes out of it, maybe something comes out of it. Oh, there's a nice chest. Let's go see. Let's go see. Usually these chests have really good things in them and a ton of loot. All right, my loot filter is gonna be so strict, we're gonna get nothing. And nothing. Actually, that's a lie. There's a bunch of stuff that popped out of it. It's just nothing that we're looking for. But yeah, you can see, like, it's unfortunately the two tests that I did were okay. I don't want to go fishing, essentially. I don't want to go fish for like perfect maps. I think that's not realistic expectations, but I think doing this is showcasing more or less realistic expectations. You see right away, we did this. We got gloves that we want to break. We got 2 keys over here. We got a 2-handed mace that actually has legendary potential on it. We got a bunch of affixes. We got a nice, what is this? Tier 6 over here. Another tier 6 over here. If I show you my loot filter, you see that 1 pack of mobs drop tons and tons of loot. There's all a bunch of stuff all over here too that we just have pretty much hidden. And you know, we get out of here, we click on this. Now this is experience books. You can actually see, did it double? Oh no, it didn't double. I mean, the last echo doubled, so it's fine, right? And you can see tons of loot here. Now, I really recommend Circle of Fortune. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. I think it is completely warped and shaped gaming, and I don't know how I live without it. But if you found this video useful, you found this video helpful, please, by all means, leave a like, a comment, a share, do all that fun YouTube algorithm stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.